Why did it freeze? Gotta restart this dang game. Why? Why you do this to me?
終了します。
Oh, that actually worked. Thank you, Steam. Thank you.
うわ、早速死体だらけ。結構グロいっすね。
I forgot we left off here. Hi, my name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some more 9! If you're new here, welcome. But go back to episode 1. Otherwise, you're not gonna be very, I guess you could watch it from here, but like, I don't recommend it. It makes more sense to start from episode 1. So please go ahead and do so. And if you like what you see, subscribe. Or consider. Anyway, if you're not new here, welcome back. I feel like I had something to say, but I don't remember. But whatever. Let's get started.
ですね。何かアイテム。
Haruka starts clicking the interact button, completely ignoring the corpses that jumped out at me. I've always considered myself a casual, but even I can see that Haruka is truly hardcore. She's got a pretty high tolerance for horror games too. At least I think she does, considering how she's doing so far.
まだチュートリアルだからアイテムとかなさそうですね。
She would probably like Resident Evil 4 and the new one that came out. Still haven't played it, by the way. I will at some point. Don't know when, but at some point. She stops exploring and advances the plot. Oh, you would find out on the second channel, by the way. Vitamin D. Link in the video description. Check it out if you want. And the plot advances quickly enough. The player is kidnapped by a mysterious man and is now in some kind of ruined building. The mishap sort of man is dismembering a human body. When the man leaves, the player takes the knife stuck in the corpse, cuts his rope with it, and escapes the cell. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to sneak around and make sure the man doesn't find you. Haruka, on the other hand,
よーし。
takes the knife into her hand, sneaks up behind the man.
死ね。
The man turns around and cuts the player character down with a hatchet. Sounds like Resident Evil, 1000%. Yep.
もしかしたら倒せるかなって思ったんですが、やっぱりダメでしたね。
Haruka laughs as blood forms the words game over on the screen. That was quite the bloodlust I felt from her. The first thing she did in the game was try to kill the enemy in front of her instead of running away. Haruka can be pretty aggressive in a video game.
よーし、気を取り直して。
The game continues and Haruka finds herself in a spot where she has to run. She's supposed to toss a bottle to draw the enemy's attention away from her, but instead, she flings it right at his face.
今だ。
Armed with a knife, she rushes at his back even though she's obviously supposed to stay in hiding. Or obviously not. The man turns around. Definitely a Resident Evil game.
今度はチェーンソーでめった切りにされました。
Definitely a Resident game. Haruka laughs. This girl's a real killer. Probably more bloodthirsty than the in-game enemy. Feels like she's enjoying the player's death a little too much. Is she trying to unlock all of them? Wait, no, I'm not so sure. How are you supposed to play a horror game again?
やっと銃が手に入りましたね。
Haruka sounds ecstatic, as she should. Oh dear, is all I can muster as I'm sitting next to her. It's a whole different game now.
弾薬少ないから節約しないと。
She says while shooting the first enemy that comes into view. Dang, Haruka! Haruka fires a gun as soon as an enemy spawns in. She's going for headshots every time.
もしかして FPS とか得意です？
対戦はあまり得意じゃないのでほとんどやらないんですけど、キャンペーンモード、一人で遊べるモードがあるゲームはよくやります。
ああ、やっぱりうまいですもんね、操作。
そうですか？ 自分としてはそんなになんですが。
As she freaking annihilates another enemy with a headshot. Haruka says this while nailing another headshot. Thank God there's only one controller between us. I'd probably drag her down in multiplayer. And she'll definitely kick the crap out of me in competitive. He'd probably be like Ashley Graham in Resident Evil 4, getting in the way. Like every time there's a chainsaw dude rushing you. Not that I dislike Ashley, that sounds a little harsh, but she actually does get in the way sometimes. It really sucks.
玉だ。
Haruka smiles when she finds a magazine of ammunition. She proceeds to fill her enemies with lead without showing the slightest hint of fear.
ショットガンとかはあるのかな。やっぱりハンドガンだけだと物足りないですね。
そうっすね。
あれ？あ、ボウガンだ。こんなのあるんですね。使ってみよう。
She's adorable. Haruka takes her new gun and giggles like a child opening a Christmas present. An enemy is nearby and she immediately uses it as a training dummy.
威力はハンドガンよりマシ程度ですね。
When are bow guns actually good in video games? I've never once used a bow gun in a video game that's actually good.
ですね。
でも楽しい。あ、まだ生きてる。殺さなきゃ。
Haruka shoots a bolt right into the crawling enemy's head. Yeah! I have seen a whole new side of Haruka. While refreshing, I can't help but put up my guard. I'd be happy, I'd be ecstatic with it. He's all concerned, you can tell. Or it feels like it anyway. We've been spending the last few days doing nothing but playing video games, making out, sleeping. Hey, it sounds like a good year, week, day. We're not wide awake enough, even though it's the dead of night, because we spent so much time relaxing. The munchies compel us to get some food. The supermarket in front of the station's still open, so we step in and grab whatever looks good. Take the time to walk around outside a bit instead of going straight home.
こんな時間に出歩くことあまりないので、ちょっとドキドキします。
日中は騒がしいですけど、やっぱこのくらいの時間だと静かでいいですね。
よく出歩いたりするんですか？深夜に。
たまにですかね。連休とかで夜更かしした時とか。あ、敬語向けねえな。
無理しなくても大丈夫です。私も敬語やめろって言われてもなかなかできないと思いますし。
さすがに家族には敬語使わないですよね。
そうですね。普通です。
少しずつ慣れていきたいですね。
そうですね。はい。
Neither of us have a destination in mind and we find ourselves at the park. This place has a lot of memories for us, so maybe our feet just gravitated towards it. There isn't a single soul around at this hour. I won't say it's romantic, in fact.
ちょっと不気味っすね。
ですね。お化けってさ。
ゆっくりしてこうと思ったんだけど、さっさと帰り。
I push Haruka out of the way. A lurking shadow cuts across my field of vision. Ugh, what is wrong with him?
河本。
どうして？
Komoto gets back up and charges at Haruka with a shout. This isn't the time to think. Did he just suck? I get him with a roundhouse kick, and when he falls, I pin him to the ground and shove his face into the dirt. Roundhouse kick? Where were these moves against the commander? With Yoichi, all of a sudden he knows how to roundhouse kick? I had understood that he couldn't even throw a punch. What do you mean a roundhouse kick? Artifact doesn't equal martial arts, does it? He has stigmas all over his body? I knew it.
てめえもユーザーだったのか。
Sounds like you went berserk though. That sucks.
かけるさん
Now we actually have to slime you, maybe.
大丈夫。
Hold him down with all my strength as he's flailing about. His body's riddled with stigmas and I can't get through it. Not it. To him by talking. He's gone berserk. In that case.
悪く思うなよ。
Flames start burning Komoto. Questioning him is useless if he can't understand me. So I might as well knock him unconscious.
くそ、マジかよ。
Such tremendous strength. I can't hold him down. Does his power boost his physical strength or something? He went feral. Komoto continues the struggle. Does he have rabies? But he's not necessarily trying to break free. It's Haruka. Only noticed it just now. This guy's lost all his wits, but he's still fixated on Haruka.
はるか、こいつなんとかするから逃げろ。
He howls at Haruka and then claws at the ground to drag himself closer to her. Why is he so strong? I can't hold him down. Dang it, I have no choice. You can call Sophie?
河本、俺の目を見ろ。
Oh no. Is he actually sliming a dude? I yanked Komoto's hair and forced him to face me. His movements immediately cease. Evil Eye has claimed another victim. I'm able to stop his movements for now. But if I keep using the Evil Eye on him, Komoto will turn to stone completely. And then he'll die. So what now? He'll go crazy against once the Evil Eye wears off. Can Haruka purify him with her powers?
かけるさん
The stigma on Haruka's body is activated. Crap, that means she's already been using it. We can't produce the best possible circumstance when the time calls for it. But if this is the best path Haruka's power is pointing to, then so be it. Komoto's extremities begin turning to stone. Petrification has begun. At this rate, should I do it? No, I can't. But this is the guy who was terrorizing Haruka. No. No. The kind of guy who was about to assault her for rejecting him? Is that really what he was about to do? I'll have to put a stop to him. Here and now. The choice is clear. You don't have to slime a dude. You went in this branch without sliming a dude. Why did you do it? No, you don't.
いやダメでしょ
I hear a familiar voice. Then a spear runs through me and Komoto. Wait, how did he know? Did he know? Did he? Wait, what? My consciousness goes dim. The evil eye releases its hold.
どきなよ僕がやる
Do what?
陽一。
かけるさん
Is the artifact just like that evil and like it has the ability to make people crazier? Like bloodthirsty or something? I don't know. That's what it looked like. Haruka grabs me to peel me away from Komoto. The spear is planted in the place I was, and Komoto's the only thing it's piercing.
終わりあっけな
Yoichi pokes Komoto's motionless body with his foot. What is Yoichi doing here?
名前呼んでたけどこいつ知り合い
いや、知り合いってわけじゃ。
Bro, that's an enemy. What do you mean? He's an op.
あそうならいっかこうなったらもう死人同然だし知り合いだったら悪いなーって死に
殺したのか。
結果的にそうなっただけだよこいつ暴走してたでしょほっといても自滅してる
Surely there could have been something that could have been done, right? I mean, up until this point, I don't think they've revealed some sort of cure or technique to be able to do that. Whatever that was, the berserk thing. I don't believe you could save him, even in that form. There has to be a way, right? I mean, so far they've shown us that once you go berserk, there's nothing that can be done. Oh. Well, I don't feel good about this. He's a bully and all, but killing him?
さあてと
Yoichi squats down and starts poking around Komoto's body. I see. If Yoichi's here.
アーティファクトを探してるのか。まだユーザー狩りをしてるんだな。
あれないな。
ヨイチ！
待ってよ。もう無差別にはやってない。
は？
だから無差別にはもう殺さない。こいつみたいに暴走してたり悪さしてるやつだけ。信じてない？まあいいけどさ。僕なりにカケルが怒らないラインを考えて。
Why the change of heart? Yoichi, why the change of heart? Who are you, dude? Why? Why does he care all of a sudden what he thinks? Besides, he said they're not friends, so even more reason as to why. Why do you care all of a sudden? What?
殺しは絶対ダメって感じ？でもしょうがないでしょ。こういうやつ相手だと殺す気でやらないと。
If this berserk mode is like the equivalent of people turning into zombies and literally not being able to do anything to return them to human or regular or sane, healthy, then fine.
でしょ？
I suppose. I say nothing, but he wants me to agree. Yuichi has a point too. I did try to kill him. I did try to slime him.
そっちの邪魔をする気はないし、悪さをする気もない。お互い干渉しないって方向で話をまとめたいんだけど。どう？
Hold up, I thought he'd be out of it even longer too. I just realized that.
私もそれで納得してもらえるとありがたいわね。
Sophie or the other one, supposedly. Sophie comes out of a tear in space. So that's what's going on.
ヨイチと組んだのか。
暴走したユーザーはあなたたちの手に余る。人を殺める覚悟がないあなたたちには。
だから僕みたいなやつも必要ってわけ。
Look, maybe Sophie isn't evil, but I have mixed feelings about this, and I think it was written this way on purpose. I have this inkling that they did this on purpose. It's supposed to make you go like, I don't know how I feel about this, because that's how I feel right now. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. No. Surely there's more like me. Anyway.
あと、お互いに監視する存在がいないとね。
監視？
まさか、自分はこうならないと思ってる？
No! Yuichi looks down on Komoto's body. He smirks and then raises his face.
かける？
What? He pierces me with his chilling gaze. I'm getting goosebumps.
今回は止めてあげたけど、次はないよ。力を持つと使いたくなるよね。わかるよ。かけるの気持ちが。僕にはよくわかる。
Were you like us at some point and then you finally realized that, you know what? F it, let's kill?
いつかけるがこっち側に来るか。楽しみにしておく。
Is there actually no way that's happening, right?
その時は気兼ねなく殺すから。
二人は帰りなさい。あとは私たちが処理するから。
Yeah, maybe she's not evil, but I'm definitely not crazy about her still. Nah, I still lost a little respect from this moment. Like, I get it, but God, this is tricky. This is tricky.
行こう。はるか。
This still doesn't sit right with me. Even though I understand logically the reason behind it and all, like, it just does not sit right with me. It doesn't feel right. I take Haruka's hand and we leave the park together. Will I ever go over? It sounds like Yoichi was saying that as long as you have an artifact, it's inevitable that you're going to go berserk. Whether you want it to or not. Whether you use your power a lot or not. I mean, using your power just accelerate it, but it sounds like even if you don't use it a lot, if you have an artifact, it's gonna happen to you too. That's what it sounded like, and I don't like that. I do not like that. That means there's no happy end. But hey, I get it. A bad end every now and then. It's humbling.
おい、
なに？
どっちだ？
Okay, it is Sophie.
私よ、私。
やっぱりか。
無差別には殺さない。よく平然と嘘をつけるわね。感心しちゃう。
You know, they just said, which is funny. I think it was like right after they made Iris disappear for the first time. I think Sophie was like, she can literally send a body just like me, like this. I didn't think she'd be back so quick. What the Ah, man, I should have thought of that sooner. I shouldn't be so surprised.
そっちこそよく僕の前に出てこられるね。殺そうとしたくせに。
手加減してあげたじゃない。今だって助けてあげたし。
誰も頼んじゃいない。こいつのアーティファクトも渡す気ないからな。
Is that really the case? I kinda feel, I want to believe anyway. I want to believe that this guy cares, even a little. But I don't know.
その子、持ってないわよ。アーティファクト。
は？
実験の産物。スペアボディが欲しいんだけど、これは失敗ね。
Bro, Iris is sick.
まだ諦めてなかったのか。
もちろん、あなたの体もね。
That's the most pedo thing I've heard. Oh wait. It's not the first time she said something weird like that before. Anyway.
実験にしてもこんな雑魚の体を使うなんてね。
Whoops.
違うわよ。この子、カケルたちと関わりがあるみたいだったから。
嫌がらせか。性格悪。
That's what I'm saying. Even Yoichi's saying it.
性格悪い者同士。これからも仲良くしましょう。
Friends?
はあ、
私がいないとアーティファクトを探すのも一苦労でしょ。
うっざ。邪魔だけはしないでよ。
もちろんいいコンビになれるわ、私たち。
What a way to ruin the good week we were having, am I right? Haruka, our walk home is quiet. Of course it is. Haruka's worried about me. I try to talk about something, anything, but I can't break the silence. She's probably noticed by now how I try to kill Komoto. The power of the evil eye drew me in. Yoichi's words stuck with me. They pierced my heart and I can't get them out. The day might really come when I finally kill someone. God, I love her. I've said that 1,000 times. 1,001 more time. Warmth envelops my back. Haruka doesn't actually know what she's doing, and her trembling breath is proof of that. She speaks slowly and stutteringly, struggling to put her emotions into words.
私ずっと考えていることがあって。
Thumbnail!
かけるさんが私を好きになってくれたのはアーティファクトの力なんじゃないかって。
You're tripping.
いや、それは。
分かってます。分かってるんです。かけるさんはちゃんと私を好きになってくれてるって。
Phew.
でも私は弱いから不安になっちゃうんです。もしかしてって。
Hmm? What are you trying to say?
私がアーティファクトからもらった力は他人を 運命を思うがままにするような
It's possible.
そんな強い力です。全然コントロールできなくて、周りに迷惑をかけて、もう一人の自分を作って、自分を守って言い訳して、そんな弱い私でも力をちゃんと扱えるようになりました。きっかけはほんのちょっとの勇気でした。その勇気を与えてくれたのはノアちゃんにソラちゃんに九条さん、かけるさんです。
Haruka holds me tighter. Her feelings flow right through me.
もしかけるさんがいなかったら、きっと私は都合よく言い訳して力を好き勝手に使ってイーリスみたいにみんなを苦しめるような、そんな風になっていたのかも。あの人の言うこっち側に行っちゃってたのかもしれません。自分を見失って、もう一人の私が本当の私になって、
I see that happening
境
actually.
なく力を使うような、
Hmm.
そんな未来もあったかもしれません。けれどかけるさんに出会えて、正しい力の使い方ができるようになりました。私は本当の私を見つけることができました。全部かけるさんのおかげです。ずっと私を守ってくれたから、この背中が守ってくれていたから、私は勇気を出せました。だからごめんなさい。頭ぐちゃぐちゃで、何が言いたいかと言いますと、力は力に過ぎなくて、使う人間によって良くなったり悪くなったり、役に立たなかったり役立ったり。
She did not switch personalities for this whole speech, and she's actually cooking. She's spitting.
そういうものなんだと思います。使い手次第で変わるって、私に正しい使い方を教えてくれたかけるさんが、自分の力を正しく使えないはずがないって、
Proud of
そう
her.
思うんです。
Her character development. I'm real proud of her.
それが言いたかったんです。
ありがとうございます。
Haruka knows how weak I feel without me telling her. That's why she's trying to encourage me. She really does cheer me up, all without the use of the other personality. Good on her. Because she gets it. This girl understands me. Her words are like balm on my irritated heart. If I'm so scared of these powers, then I could just let go of them. I'll be able to do that soon enough. But seeing my fallen humanity manifest itself in the desire to kill a fellow man, that caused me to despair. And yet, wretched man that I am, Haruka still shows compassion for me. That alone is enough to make me laugh. My Soul King is too ridiculous not to laugh at.
すみません。なんか一人で悩んじゃって。
いえ、私もどさくさに紛れて抱きついてしまい。
Good move.
もうちょっとこのままでもいいですか？
はい、大丈夫です。
俺、さっき本気で河本を殺す気でした。余市が止めてくれなかったら、俺は一線を越えていた。
私が止めるべきでした。ごめんなさい。
Why didn't you? That is a good question. Was she afraid of him, by chance?
はるかが謝ることじゃ。
いえ、ダメなんです。私はかけるさんの力になりたいんです。
Oh, maybe she was like, you know what? F it, low key. This guy's an ass.
そのための力だと、私なんだと、そう思ってます。
Did you summon Yoichi by any chance?
だからかけるさんを支えるのはいつも私でありたいです。
じゃあ、俺がまた闇落ちしそうになった時はお願いします。
はい私もかけるさんも未来をつかむ力を持っています。きっと無敵です。
I wouldn't go that far, but well, Actually, no, she's not wrong. I mean, she is about herself, but not Kakeru. Or Kakeru is her, not herself.
でもいきなり自信なさげなことを言いますが、
Yep. There we go.
私がポンコツでもノアちゃんたちがいますから。だからかけるさんは大丈夫です。不安になんてなる必要ないんです。かけるさんは大丈夫です。絶対。
はい。ありがとうございます。まだまだやることはあるけれど、頑張りましょう。
はい。
Haruka holds me tighter in her arms. I wonder what that sign says up there. I can't really read it. It's kind of chopped off, but I see... Oh no, I'm not that good with katakana. Mappa? Haruka holds me tighter in her arms. I can feel her warmth surround me. Reassures me that I'm not alone. Is that how it ends? I don't know when we'll finish collecting all the artifacts, but I know it will end someday. We just overcame a difficult challenge. And doubtless many more challenges will come our way. We'll just have to take them one at a time. In the end, we'll rise above it all. Until that day when we can be free of these powers, I must keep moving forward, so that I don't drown in the ocean of my own powers, together with my friends and Kanojo, and with the one I love. Yeah, round of applause. Round of applause. This was good. This was fire. This was so freaking good. This episode was good. Haruka, best girl. Best girl. She's the best girl. Yes. What a way. Mr. Bart, looks like you were right. I finished right about around half an hour. I'm at 34 minutes. Oh, it's not over? Oh well. A few weeks have passed since the battle with Iris. You know, before recording this, I was like, Haruka's route has felt kind of short. And then I looked at the playlist of this series and I'm like, hold up. Actually, this episode has been going on for like a while. It's been over 10 episodes now. That's pretty long. Well, I'm not complaining at all. A few weeks have passed since the battle with Iris. The Ambrosia was completed, and having annulled her contract with the World's Eye, Miss Naruse was set free. Yeah! One could say that the threat Iris posed was essentially gone. But the Sophie that appeared on that day wasn't really Sophie. Yoichi and Iris are still connected. Both of those facts meant that we likely still had battles to fight ahead of us. We would need to fight Yoichi, who was still lying in wait somewhere in the city. But now wasn't the time for that yet. We still have things to do. I really wonder what that change of heart was. Whoa.
場違い感がすごいです。
You know what I'm starting to think? What if the writers of this game favored Haruka as well? Because I just said how this route has been kind of long. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. Let me do a count real quick of how long this route has been compared to the other one. Okay. Let's say Kujo's freaking route was 13 episodes, okay? Sora was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Hers was 14, so an episode longer than Kujo's. It's a rough estimate, alright? And I say rough estimate because some episodes are a lot longer than other episodes and it could have made an episode more or less or blah 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 blah. Okay, now let's see Haruka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, 14! And this is before uploading this one. So this one would be episode 15. So does that mean this episode has been the longest? And if so, they probably favor Haruka just as us. Us? Definitely me. Wait, why are you dressed like that? Where are we? She looks so pretty, but why are they dressed up? Haruka and I anxiously look around the hall. We had Kujo pull the strings so she could sneak us into this party. Not that we came here out of any desire to feel like celebs. Eh? I hear Yuki's voice from my small headset. I turn my eyes to the entrance at once. There.
Target 確認しました。
What are you talking about?
こちらも確認できました。へへ、いいね。スパイみたい。雰囲気出てきた。空、集中して。はい、すいません。あ、見失っちゃう。
大丈夫。見えてる。
I casually keep the target in my field of vision. The biddies. It's a female student who also happens to be the president of a company. I got scared. I thought we were dancing with Kujo, and I was over here thinking it was Kusaka, and I was like, wow, it's so pretty, but I feel like I'm cheating. Wait, where was I? And has recently become the talk of the town. We suspect of him is using an artifact's power to increase her company's influence. Oh, they snuck into the party so they can find a user. Oh, cool. They're like on missions now. Nice.
Haruka.
はい、見ました。
A stigma appeared on the girl's hand as she shook hands with a middle-aged man.
今力を使った。ユーザーで確定だ。
了解。そのまま監視を続けて。
了解。
話のわかる人ならいいんですけど。
ですね。ただ力を使うことに躊躇がなさそうなのかな。
握手をした人に使ったってことは精神操作系とかでしょうか。
That's a wild guess, but maybe you're right.
かもですね。相手を操って取引を有利に進めるとか。
ある種私の介護官でしょうか。能力で優位に立てるなら交渉もしやすそうです。
強引に霊薬を注射するのは避けたいですね。絶対後で揉めますし。
そうですね。穏便に終わらせたいです。
力を使って利益を得ているんだから揉める予感しかしませんが。
Yeah, I heard losing that ability doesn't sound very business, if that's actually what it is. That concludes our idle chatter, though. The target is on the move.
ターゲットが会場を出た。
Maybe this is a thumbnail. No, I like the other one better. It's wholesome.
追いますか？
あ、すでに尾行してます。
私も一緒にいます。今は一人みたい。
後期ね。ではミッション開始。
了解。
了解です。
Haruka and I exchange glances and nod. Our job is to retrieve the artifact. If she's using it prudently, that's fine. She will let us take custody of it for a short while in that case too. But if she's using it for ill intentions, we can't leave her be. We have to retrieve that artifact. All the artifacts need to be collected if this town is to regain its peace. Our battle won't end until then.
行こう。はるか。
はい。
And this is where it ends, right? Okay, makes sense. Alright. I like that. Real wholesome. It's cool that they're on missions and all. Might be copyright music, probably. I'm gonna shut up now.
春風のような君の笑顔そっと包まれ
I wish I understood what it was saying. What she is saying, not it.
悲しい予感に寄り添わないでここにあるすべてを超えてゆこうこの先に何があるのかわからないけど大丈夫そばにいるそばにいるからね届く声に導かれて世界は色づいてゆく新たなものに紡ぐように君を守りたいと思った記憶の雨にここへないでいつか手放すその時まで共に進もうここにいたいたとえ離れても忘れたりしないあったかい気持ちありがとう季節の中二人の時を重ねて変わらぬ
I like the beat. It feels good, I think.
この先に何があるのかわからないけど大丈夫そばにいるそばにいるからね届く声に導かれて世界は色づいてゆく新たな物語に向かいに行こう君の隣で笑ってたいずっとね
Purple software? Those are the people that made Chrono Clock, correct? I like the sound. It feels very upbeat. Makes me feel happy. Best girl, best girl, best girl, best girl, best girl. I'm telling you, best girl. Great episode. Great episode. Of course, there's a little more, right? What the fuck? Eh?
ああ、やっとつながった。
Oh, I see.
どう？私の声は聞こえているかしら？やっぱり意思疎通は難しいみたいね。そもそも私の姿も見えてる？かなり怪しいわね。あなたの姿も私からは見えないし、存在を感じるといった程度。つながれたと言ってもかろうじてといった状態ね。
Huh?
まあいいわ。声は届いているみたいだし、勝手に喋らせてもらうわよ。もう分かっていると思うけれど、一応自己紹介しておくわね。あなたと直接話すのは初めてだし。私はソフィーティア。そう、あのソフィーティア。
Oh, you're talking to
原
me?
体じゃなくて本体の。ね。
Wait, she's talking to us, right? I'm so confused. Oh.
苦労したわ。あなたを見つけるの。思った以上に遠い世界にいるんだもの。ま、そんな話はいいわね。本題に入りましょう。
Who's knocking on the door? God, I'm in the middle of something, bro. Second interruption. Wait, that's crazy though.
話すことはたくさんあるのだけど、そうね。まずはイーリスのことから。
Alright.
かけるには話していないことがあるの。あなたにはしっかりと話しておくわ。イーリスは魔術の研究者だった。魔術師じゃない、ただの研究者。
Okay.
誰よりも魔術を愛し、誰よりも深く魔術を理解していたのに、才能がなかったために魔術を扱えなかった。だから地位は低かったし、いくら知識だけあっても尊敬されることは決してなかった。蔑まれていたと言ってもいい。下っ端だから流出したアーティファクトの回収なんてつまらない仕事を押し付けられた。なぜイーリスたった一人で回収していたのか疑問に思ったんじゃないかしら。理由は今言った通り、別に他の世界が混乱しようがどうでもよかったのよ。だから下っ端の研究者たった一人にアーティファクト回収を命じた。
Guys, if she's that terrible at using them, and look at how she turned out, imagine the people that can use the artifacts, the power, the magic, bro.
イーリスはナルセ家の力を借りてアーティファクトを回収した。それがイーリスの転機だった。魔術を扱えないイーリスにとってアーティファクトは魅力的な道具だった。回収したアーティファクトを素直に渡す必要があるのか、自分のものにできないか、そう考えたの。魔術師たちはこの任務を重要視していなかったから監視の目はない。今なら大量のアーティファクトを手に入れることができる。あとは わかるわよね。誘惑に負けたのがあのイーリス。そして誘惑に抗い、しっかりとアーティファクトを返還したのがこの私。そう、私もイーリスなのよ。あの女と同じイーリス。
Wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean you're Iris too?
誘惑に負けたイーリスは全てのアーティファクトを手に入れるために世界に最悪をもたらした。
The Iris who submitted to that temptation then caused chaos to break loose in the world in order to obtain all the
誘
artifacts.
惑に打ち勝ったイーリスは世界を守るためにセフィロトを設立し、アーティファクトを厳重に保管した。
What?
私の選択で世界が枝分かれたの。お互いに干渉できないくらい大きくね。
That's why their illusory bodies are the same, right? Okay, that would make sense. That makes sense.
世界を滅ぼす魔女イーリス、世界を守る聖女イーリス。私には二人の私がいる。
Another version of you. Interesting.
聖女なんて呼ばれるほど綺麗な身じゃないから、今ではソフィーティアと名乗っているけれど、つまりそういうことなのよ。イーリスは私のふりをしていたんじゃない。私の原体を、声を真似ていたわけじゃない。
Just another version of you.
もともと同一人物だから、同じ姿、同じ声だった。それだけのことよ。
Huh.
世界の目を通してお互いにもう一人の自分がいることは認識していた。
Oh.
認識していただけ。干渉はできなかった。
Whoa. Wow, that's actually crazy.
けれどこの世界への扉が開いたことで事情が変わった。まさか別の世界でもう一人の自分と交わることになるなんてね。
So the unthinkable happened. She met her other evil self.
ようやく私の過ちを正すチャンスを得た。 お願いがあるの。イーリスを、あの魔女を召してほしい。できれば自分でやりたいけれど、理由は話した通り、私はただの研究者でアーティファクトも最低限しか所持していない。あの魔女のように強大な力を持っているわけじゃないの。つまり
This is making more and more sense.
私では魔女を滅ぼせない。
Cool.
だからあなたに頼るしかない。どう滅するか。その方法は悪いけれどまだ見つけられていない。でもきっとあなたなら打ち勝てる。鍵は9人のユーザーたち。
9 users?
か
Oh.
ける、みやこ、そら、はるか、ノア、さつき、よいち、れんや、そしてあなた。
Me? Don't be silly.
おぼろげに伝わってくるわ。あなたの感情が。
Yes.
これは戸惑いね。やっぱりちゃんと力を理解していなかったのね。安心して、ちゃんと説明するわ。かけるにはかわいそうなことをしちゃったけれど、
Oh.
オーバーロードのユーザーはあの子じゃなかった。かけるのアーティファクトは世界の目のその断片。怪我をした時に体内に取り込んでいた。それが正解だったみたい。 断片ゆえに枝の観測ができるほどの力はなかった。けれど別の力が発現していた。異世界への扉を開く力。
Oh.
そう、かけるは独自のゲートを持っていたの。そのゲートを通して9番目のあなたとつながった。そろそろ話が見えてきたんじゃないかしら。そう、9番目のあなたは別の世界のかける。かけると魂を同じくするかけるの同一存在。ゲートを通しあなたはかけるとつながった。 そしてカケルの内側から時には俯瞰的に世界を観測し、つまりオーバーロードの所持者はあなたよ。オーバーロードはカケルのゲートを通り9番目のあなたにもたらされた。どういう形であなたの手に渡ったかはわからないけれど、あなたはオーバーロードの力を用いカケルと同調し運命を変えてきた。
I'm just going to like that.
より良い結末へと運命を導いてきた。ならばきっと魔女を滅する運命も、世界の支配者たるあなたなら。反応が薄いからどこまで伝わっているか不安ね。とにかくあなたが頼りってこと分かってくれたかしら。以上、あなたが私の期待に応えてくれることを。ああ、そうね。最後にもう一つ。いつまでもあなたとか9番目なんて呼ぶのは味気ないわね。
Let's see what she
名
comes
前を
up
つけ
with.
てもいいかしら。安易な思いつきだし、あなたの世界の言葉でどう聞こえるかはわからないけれど、ダサくても文句は受け付けないわよ。それじゃ今度こそ話は以上。頼んだわよ。ない。
That is so cool. What? Dude, they wrote this so well. You feel like you're a part of this. I like that. The immersion is crazy. Like, actually, I've never read a story like this before. I'm like, me? I know it's goofy, but like, that's dope. For a sec, I was like, yep, I'm part of it. And like, technically, she's not wrong.
ない。
Oh, wow. Nice.
春の風。
That is perfect. Bro, that was so sick. I can't emphasize that enough. How cool that was. I've never read anything like that before. That's so freaking cool. I really like that. So I am the overlord. That makes sense. That makes sense. So we're just gonna let Kakeru believe that he's the overlord? I'd be disappointed if I found out that the most OP power is not actually my possession, but I'm made to believe that it is. And some dude is just looking at my story and reacting to it for entertainment purposes. You know, speaking of that, I had a pretty interesting thought earlier. I was like, what if each and every one of our lives is just a story written by somebody in some other universe, alternate timeline or something? I know it sounds kind of weird, but like, hear me out. So the television that we see, all the stories that we hear, what if those stories are actually real? Like, it's actually someone's reality in some space, timeline, dimension that's not ours. Like, isn't that crazy to think about? Imagine you're watching me watch this video, but what if someone is watching you, like if it were a TV series, watching you watch me? I know it sounds kind of dumb. It sounds like one of those high thoughts, those unsober thoughts. But actually, I mean, hey, we have no evidence that it's not true. And science has already pointed that the possibility of alternate timelines exist. We don't know what's out there in space. It could be very true. For all we know, there's a lot of crazier stuff than that out there. We don't know. I'm the type of person that wants to believe that if there's no evidence of something, I don't think you can absolutely say without a doubt that it's there or not there. I think remaining open to the possibility of whatever is important, especially when it's a topic about what happens after you die. Like, if we don't know, how can we possibly say? Man, but back to this game and what they did there with 9 users, I was like, wait, 9? And now the title makes sense. The title makes sense. The game is essentially named after the reader, 9, because you or whoever's reading it is the 9th user, which has the overlord artifact, but that's so freaking cool. I really felt like I was a part of it, and again, in a sense, I am a part of it, because all these things are happening because I'm making it happen by clicking and reading along. The story only progresses if you actually read it. That's genius. Beautiful. Amazing. I love it. I really love it. That was so cool. I can't emphasize that enough. That was so freaking sick. I'm geeking out right now. But dude, how can you not geek out? That was actually so sick. That was so freaking sick. I'm a little sad that it's over, but it was time. I think it was time to end it. It was, like I said, this is the 15th video for this episode. And what I loved this entire episode, it was so much fun. And there's a lot of funny moments. There's a lot of wholesome moments. A lot of Kosaka crashing out moments, which I loved every single second of it. Like, it was so freaking fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Or at least somewhere close to that. That was so fun. And it looks like we finally have a hint of what she looks like, which maybe we'll actually find out how she actually looks like in the next episode, which I am very much looking forward to. But see, now that we're here, I was thinking we go back here and do choices that we didn't do before. So here we don't really have a choice. Other choices. Okay, how about next choice? Oh,
いやマガンのユーザーゴーストだ。
I'm getting goosebumps going through this again. Like, it was just that good. I like this episode. I really like this episode.
記憶を奪ったりできるよな。
I feel like it would be unfair to compare this episode to the previous episode because the previous episode was very, well, you guys know how that was. But I say unfair because that's literally his sister, right? And it feels wrong. It doesn't feel like you could compare it because sibling love is very different from a romantic relationship kind of love. Although they did cross that line, it just doesn't feel fair to compare it still. Because of that reason alone. Clearly they care about each other a lot and they love each other a lot. But I think Sora's episode, it was incredible. But I think that should be in a category of its own. Now, if we think about Kujo and Kosaka's, both of them were amazing. But honestly, Kosaka's was a lot better for me. It was a lot more fun. Although, I did not forget, and I'm sure you did not forget either, I was very upset about how it ended in episode 1 because I was like, what? I had this whole thing in my head where we were just going to see how it is or have her as the end game. You know, I didn't realize that we'd be doing other maidens. And the fact that it just ended like that, it just is, oh, we're going to find out maybe who the evil eye is. We have to keep going. I was like, bro, because I had gotten so invested in the Kujo. But Haruka, she's like that underdog. And I like rooting for the underdog, or in this case, the undermaiden. So, with that alone, for that reason, it piqued my curiosity, interest. And as I got to know her more, how wholesome she is, how kind of creepy she can be, like with the cats, although I don't mind it at all. I thought it was wholesome as well. But like the whole thing with the video games as well, like her personality, her development, it was amazing to watch. It was so much fun to watch. And the whole contrast between her bold personality and the not bold personality, that was also super fun. Like, there was hardly any dull moments with Haruka, honestly. That's how I feel anyway. Maybe there's a chance I'm overglazing it a little more than it should be glazed, but I do feel like there was hardly any dull moments with her. But I won't pretend here and say here that I didn't think, you know what? Maybe this is a good spot to end it. Because I'm worried that it starts dragging, and then because it starts dragging, it starts leaving a bitter aftertaste of, oh, well, now the experience of this episode kind of doesn't really hit because of the fact that at the end it was starting to drag. Because I think people don't like to seem to not really say this much, but I feel like people underestimate how much a draggy end could impact the overall experience. You can have an incredible start, an incredible build up, and then that ending sucks and you're just like, the fuck did I just watch? But anyway, now forward next with her personality. Like I talked about in the last episode or two, her personality resonates with an older version of myself. She really resonates. Even now, I do find myself to be I do appear to be energetic at times and very talkative at times, but I'm actually very reserved. I could be very shy as well, very quiet. Some people would describe me as that, but once you get to know me, I do be a bit of a yapper, I suppose. She definitely resonates. And also, she's so adorable. Like, how can you not love her? Also, bitty. No, I'm kidding. But she's adorable. Like, it's sold. Sold. Wait, nothing is sold. Not her, anyway. Not me. No one is sold. Forget it. I retract my statement. I take that back. Best girl is what I'm trying to say. Best girl. I don't know if best episode. I wouldn't be able to tell you that until I finish this game for sure. And even then, after finishing Yuki's, there's a 5th episode, which I've talked about before. I'm going to say it again. I believe it's a continuation of all the episodes that we've done so far. I wouldn't be able to give you a final opinion on it until I finish all the episodes. And even then, I believe they're making something else besides the 5th episode for this series. I also talked about a few episodes, and when I mean a few, probably 20 episodes now, maybe almost 20 episodes now. But Japan, I had seen a trailer sent by one of you guys, you know who you are, thank you, about how they were releasing something else for this series. So that could be a 6th episode, maybe another maiden, maybe... Actually, I don't see what else it could be, if not another maiden. But it really makes me wonder, okay, what more could he do now with this story, really? Especially when they've already thrown out all the maidens, you know? With these visual novels, oh, look, here are the maidens. So you see all those maidens and you're like, oh, okay, well, we're definitely going to have roots through these. And that's how it is. But if they do have another episode that's not an extra, like episode 5, what more could they possibly do? That's where I start worrying about the series or the story dragging. But anyway, that's a concern for the future. We are nowhere near... Well, we're closer than before, but that's a future me problem. This episode, this character, beautiful, amazing, fun. 9, me, in the early days of the series. 9? What's with this 9? I don't get it. 9. Now I know. I understand it. I think. Yeah. Cool. But anyway, let's finish and see if we have any extra dialogues, and then we'll wrap up the video. Wow, I did quite the yapping. Hope you don't mind too much. And if you're still here, I assume you don't mind it too much, which I'm glad. Thank you for being here.
Oh. Dog.
Dang. If I'm the 9th user, I'm so sorry, Kakeru, for putting you through this. Oh no, I turned off don't ask again. It totally should ask again. Really? Huh. Interesting. I wonder why they didn't do it like how it was in the first 2 episodes, where they give you that other option that you can come back to just to get the extra little dialogue. Maybe because of how long this episode was already, they were like, you know what, we're not doing that. Just one choice. That's all you get. And you know what? More than fair. It already had a lot of dialogue. Again, this was probably the longest episode. One of you guys could correct me, but I'm going based off of number of episodes. And again, that varies because some episodes are long AF, some are not so long. Or as long, I should say, because all of them are pretty long. But anyway, I think I've said my piece. I've said and made my piece with the ending of this episode. It was a fun one. Not disappointed at all. In fact, I'm even more excited to see what they do in the final episode. 4th episode. Yuki episode. Actually, not the final. Again, there's a 5th one. Okay? 5th one. I'll leave it at that. But I'm excited for the next episode. I'm really looking forward to it. And I can't wait to record it and edit and put it up there for you guys. I'm very, very excited. And to hear what you guys think. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be fun. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for joining me in another video and episode of 9. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting that like and subscribing if you haven't already done so. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, guys. That's a huge deal for me. I've been doing this for almost 7 years. Yeah, it's been a while. Been quite the journey. So, it would mean a lot if you did. Subscribe. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of the yapping. I'll let y'all go. Thank you for watching. It means a lot to me. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're starting episode 4, Yuki episode. I'll see you guys. Y'all stay safe. And until next time, Kosaka is the best girl.
終了します。
Oh, no one uninstall this.
終了します。
I love Haruka.
また遊んでください。
Man. Alright.